Hi Sam. Today, we're diving into the word
Vorstellung.
Hi Alex. That sounds interesting. What does it mean?
Vorstellung.
has a few meanings. It can mean,
Präsentation.
like when you present something to an audience. It can also mean,
Idee. Konzept.
the most common usage is probably for.
Präsentation.
Just be careful because it sounds a bit like
Show.
in English, but it doesn't always mean the same thing.
Oh, I see. So, how do we use it in
Deutsch,
Great question.
Vorstellung.
Is a feminine noun, so it takes the article.
Die.
In the plural, it becomes.
Die Vorstellungen.
You can think of it as referring to multiple.
Präsentationen. Ideen.
Got it.
In terms of grammar, let's practice some examples. In the present tense, you might say,
Ich habe eine Vorstellung.
which means I have a.
Präsentation.
For past tense, in.
Präteritum.
You could say,
Ich hatte eine Vorstellung.
and in.
Perfekt.
It's.
Ich habe eine Vorstellung gehabt.
That's pretty straightforward.
Exactly. And if you want to use it as an imperative, you might say,
Mach eine Vorstellung.
which means make a.
Präsentation.
That's really helpful, Alex. What's the origin of the word?
Vorstellung,
Interesting point.
Vorstellung.
Comes from the old High German word,
Vorstellung gar.
which means to present. Over time, it evolved, and the meaning expanded to include
Konzepte.
and.
Ideen.
It's fascinating how words change, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Now, let's break down the word itself. The prefix is,
Vor.
which means before or in front of. The root is,
Stellen.
meaning to place or to set. So together, you can think of
Vorstellung.
as placing something in front of someone, like presenting an.
Idee.
That's a clever way to look at it.
It really is. If we think about the head last rule, the gender follows the last part of the compound word. Since
Stellen.
is the main part, that's why we have a feminine noun.
Are there other words related to
Vorstellung,
Absolutely. There are quite a few. For example, with the prefix,
Vor.
you have,
Vorstellen.
which means to introduce. Then there's
Vortrag.
which means lecture, with the suffix
ung,
You can find words like
Bewegung,
meaning movement and
Entwicklung,
meaning development.
That's a lot of words.
Yes. And there are also compound words like
Vorstellungsgespräch,
which translates to job interview. Another example is
Vorstellungsvermögen,
meaning imagination.
Wow, that's really useful to know.
Let's practice some situations where you could use
Vorstellung,
imagine you're at work. You might say,
ich habe eine Vorstellung für das Projekt.
which means I have a
Präsentation,
for the project,
Ich habe eine Vorstellung für das Projekt.
perfect. Now, what about at a doctor's office? You could say,
ich möchte meine Vorstellung von meinen Symptomen erklären.
meaning I want to explain my
Idee,
of my symptoms.
Ich möchte meine Vorstellung von meinen Symptomen erklären.
Great. And finally, when traveling, you might say,
ich habe eine Vorstellung von dem Ort, den ich besuchen möchte.
which means I have an
Idee,
of the place I want to visit.
Ich habe eine Vorstellung von dem Ort, den ich besuchen möchte.
You're getting the hang of it. Now, let's talk about memory hints for.
Vorstellung,
Since it's feminine, you might remember it ends with,
ung,
which often signals feminine nouns.
That helps a lot.
For a mnemonic, think of a
Präsentation,
being a lady standing in front of an audience, which might help you remember it's feminine.
That's a great image. Are there any usage notes I should keep in mind?
Yes.
Vorstellung,
Is generally more formal, especially in business contexts. Common collocations include
eine Vorstellung halten,
meaning to give a,
Präsentation, eine Vorstellung geben,
meaning to present, and
von einer Vorstellung sprechen,
meaning to talk about an.
Idee,
Be careful not to confuse it with
Vorstellungskraft,
which means imagination.
Thanks for the tips.
Let's go through a few quick recall questions to see what you remember. First, what is the article for?
Vorstellung,
It's
Die,
Correct. What is the plural form?
die Vorstellungen.
Right again. Can you give me the present tense of?
ich,
Ich habe eine Vorstellung.
Great. What does
vor,
mean?
It means before or in front of.
Exactly. Finally, what's one situation where you might use
Vorstellung,
At work, when giving a
Präsentation.
Nicely done, Sam. Today, we've learned that
Vorstellung,
means
Präsentation, Idee.
remember to use it in various contexts and keep practicing those conjugations.
Thanks, Alex. I feel more confident with this word now.
That's wonderful to hear. Keep up the great work, and I look forward to our next lesson.